We've just seen a little glimpse of it. He's done okay because he's a big, powerful boy, Mitrovic.
Yeah.
You'd still expect him to score. He's got a great contact on it.
He's only about
hasn't been his tournament just yet, is it? I think he's missed a couple of chances earlier on in the game. So
you never got a chance to work with him at Newcastle, did you?
No, unfortunately, he was gone, and I've always admired him. And I would love to. You'd like to have him in your dressing room. He looks full of character.
Yeah.
I'm sure he mustn't be very, very easy to manage now and again.
Yeah.
But certainly a big talent.
And that roof, just very quick, that roof being on the stadium, I mean, we've seen in some of the games already, it starts to rain, it does change the dynamic. You see sort of little skimmy shots coming in from distance, the ball zips around differently, so, I mean, obviously there'll be water in the pitch, but it does change the dynamic a bit.
It definitely changes the dynamic. I remember going to Cardiff and playing a playoff final years ago, and the roof came on because of the sunshine, would you believe? And it was a totally different experience. So, yeah, I mean, they've got better now, the roofs on what the stadiums are, but certainly it'd be a different thing, altogether.
Yeah. We're going to have a chat about the Danes. They're so familiar to us. I mean, and the kind of centre point really from their point of view.
Even I know some of their players.
Yes. What are you even doing on talkSPORT? Christian Eriksen is still so key to the way they play. And you're like, you're managed in Newcastle. I mean, England's a goldfish bowl. Newcastle, you're a kind of one-team city. Yeah. And I'm sure you weren't listening to the sports bar on the way home after a game, because I mean, it must kind of get inside your head.
You have to turn that off.
Unless you've won.
Unless you've won, of course, then you've got them all on.
Yeah.
It's look, you have to be in your own belief, and you have to do what you think is best. And because if you try and analyse everybody's opinion, and the one thing that you're going to have, especially for Gareth, is we've seen it now so often. Every time he picks a team, has he picked the right team? Is this the right team? The only time you get it right is you win handsomely, and of course then there's nothing said. The problem is now with the football, the Danes are a really difficult side to beat and break down, and have been for years.
Yeah.
And then you could put that to Serbia or Slovenia. You can look at them all and say, all of these countries now have got, the two lads who they played up front the other day for Serbia, really top players, so it's always difficult.
They've lost one of their last 13 internationals.
There you go.
So, I mean, they've won them all, but that does feed into that aid. They're a tough team to break down.
Yeah, all right. I just have this feeling that they didn't click for England, and I think that they will click, and I think it's like that during the course of a season. You see you're playing well and somebody's going to get a good idea sooner or later. I just feel it might be that today. I'm feeling a 2 or 3-0 coming on for England. When I'm right, you can all contact me personally and apologise. All right.
Very nice. Stuart, it sounds like Luke Shaw's going to be out for a bit more time. That left back position.
Are you going to say have you brought your boots?
I'm not going to say if Stuart brought his boots, but he must look at that position and I wonder what he thinks happens, because it's obviously a bit of a problem for Phil Foden. Trippier playing on his right foot.
It's been a major concern for me for a number of months, if I'm being honest with you. I think he's one of our better 2, 3, 4 players in the position he plays. Offers us great things defensively, and more importantly, a nice balance in the opposition half as well. And I think Foden is suffering a little bit by sort of coming off his perch and not having a fullback to naturally go past him and cross the ball from that side. I think we ended up having 2 crosses in 90 minutes from the left-hand side of the pitch. So some of that reflects on Phil as well. We want to get a tune out of Phil, but to do that, I think we need a left-sided fullback to surge beyond him. So I hope Shaw's going to be back sooner rather than later. If he's not back at all, it really concerns me for how deep we'll go into the competition.
Stuart, even with Shaw going to be fit, maybe he's going to be fit in the next week or so, I don't think he's played since last January.
No,
so it's going to be a big call, isn't it, to just be thrown into a quarter-final when England do get through the group, and whenever it is. It's going to still be, even if he's fit for that one, still going to be a big call to play somebody who hasn't played for 6 months.
100%.
Don't you think?
And I know that you've managed, and some players are really critical to you. The fact that Gareth's even picked him in the squad, having not played for that period of time, sends a message out really of how important this kid is. The fact that he's not picked a left-sided fullback in the squad, he's very hopeful that he will be fit and will be available. But if he doesn't make it, and it's not a certainty that he'll kick a ball at this tournament, it's a problem for us, Steve.
Absolutely. Fingers crossed. Well, we'll let you boys get online and order those Danish beach suits. And
Influencers.
yeah, that's right. And we'll hear from you both later. We're really looking forward to the game. Have a good one, guys. Thank you. Here we are. There's Adrian Durham and Stuart Pearce. They are your part of your commentary team. Of course, Jim Proudfoot is our match commentator alongside Stu. Adrian, your host. Faker others, keeping us in touch with everything that's going on pitch side, and indeed having a chat with all the main protagonists after the game. So you don't want to be anywhere else. All the build up from 4 o'clock, kick off at 5, full match commentary, followed by Spain-Italy, an absolute corker of a game, and then on to the sports bar with Jamie and Jason. Steve will be listening, of course, to the sports bar tonight. And yeah, you'll be able to get your calls in.
Paul Hawksbee and Andy Jacobs, Monday to Friday afternoons 1 till 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.